You are looking live at Einer Anderson Stadium here on the beautiful campus of Minnetonka High School in Minnetonka, Minnesota, where tonight your Minnetonka Skippers will play host to the Lakeville North Panthers. Thanks for joining on YouTube, simulcast also on the NFHS network. Getting the captains to meet here in the middle, and we'll be getting underway in a moment with starting lineups, national anthem, and then we'll have some boys high school varsity lacrosse. Avoided a little bit of the rain from this morning, and we look like we're going to have a nice day. A little bit of wind gusts from time to time. We'll keep an eye on that as they take them through the instructions near the midfield stripe. At halftime, I think I'll be joined by Phil Richard. He's going to come in and talk a little bit of boys high school lacrosse and lacrosse talk in general, so you want to stay tuned for that. I was not handed a sponsor sheet for today's game, so I'm just going to assume that we're dealing with the same folks as we did the other night. That's Denali Custom Homes, Horizontal, Canteen One, the Lakes Running Company, and A. Sadowski Design. We want to thank them for their support of Minnetonka Varsity Lacrosse. Hand it over to public address announcer Greg, and we're underway here.
Next is junior midi, 10, Henry Peffer. Tonka's number 11. He's a midi. He's a junior. He is Ben Schuster. Tonka's number 12, senior defender, is John Van Bergen. Between the pipes for Tonka, he wears 13, junior Sean Carroll. Anchoring the D, 22, senior captain Kiernan Holmes. Next is junior defender, 24, Charlie Mays. And rounding out the Tonka starters, 29, defender, senior captain Mason Jakubik. Skipper's head coach is Josh Yu. Assistant coaches Mark Hegney, John Drake, Connor Gatenby. These are the Skippers of Minnetonka High School.
Well, welcome back here to Minnetonka High School. Peter Amstutz with you on YouTube, simulcast on NFHS Network. We've got Lakeville North in town this afternoon. The Panthers come in sporting a 2-1 record. They were victorious on Saturday, April 16th, 10-6 over Hastings. They also picked up a victory a couple nights after that, 8-7 win at Rosemount. And then last Thursday on the 21st, they were 14-7 losers against Prior Lake. Lakeville North is brought in by head coach Tim Roach, and they will be wearing the all-black uniforms. They've got red helmets and red numerals and a little bit of white trim on those road uniforms. For the homestanding Skippers, they enter today ranked 6th as well as undefeated. Thursday, April 14th, the Skippers defeated Elk River Zimmerman by a score of 10-3. Then they came home for their home opener and shut out Owatonna 8-0. And then we had a thriller here a couple nights ago. Overtime, 11-10 victory over St. Michael Albertville. As the teams are at the Center X, they will get paired up. The goalies will head to their respective goals, and we'll have some boys varsity high school lacrosse for you. Again, windy conditions here, wind whipping from left to right. You might be able to catch the flags off of the right side of your screen. When we go a little bit bigger, you'll see Veterans Field flags, both the state of Minnesota and the United States flag will be in here. So in the face-off today will be Mason Jakubik. Jakubik will go in and take this opening face-off. He will square off against Griffin Mott. Griffin Mott wears number 2. So we'll see how this change in strategy works out. Mott able to win it back to himself, drops his stick, and then scooped up nicely by the Skippers. That's Schuster getting control, and we are underway here. A early flag as getting spilled to the turf was Jackson Blanks. Skippers retain possession, so they will keep it here on the offensive end. This is Forced with it. Jackson Forced. He's got 6 goals, 5 helpers on the season. As he works behind. Goes out in front. His shot a little bit wide, but nicely hustling for it is number 10, Henry Pepper. And now we have that delayed penalty called against the Panthers. 30-second hold call against Jared Smelling. So Smelling will be in this on the sidelines for the next 30 seconds. Power play opportunity for the Skippers. Skippers holding on the near side here. Schuster now out front to Blanks. Spins it around to the opposite side. Go behind the goal to the X position. Blanks with a lot of time and room. Check that. Schuster deflected just right. A nice save there from Hunter Flynn. He got a lot of lumber on that one. Still 4 seconds left on this penalty before Lakeville will be back at even strength, which they are now. Another shot from Schuster. He scores! Ben Schuster with his 9th goal of the season. Give the Skippers an early 1-0 advantage with 1 minute and 11 seconds gone. Of course, we want to recognize the coaching staff here at Minnetonka. It's Josh Yu. His assistants are Connor Gately, John Drake, Mark Hegney, Blake Barta. The principal here at Minnetonka High School is Jeff Erickson, and we're ready to face it off again. This time Mott wins it cleanly for Lakeville, and this will be their first offensive possession of the game. So Mott will check out. Running on is Duncan Franzel. He leads Lakeville North in shots attempted. He has 17 shots on goal this season. That's number 7, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. He's stationed right out up at the top near the 40-yard line at this point. Lakeville content to work it around that far side. And here comes Franzel Franzel on a nice run. Good over here to the near side. Nice defensive effort there from Sanders, forcing him wide and not allowing that dodge to work its way through. This is Schmeling, 17. Gets it out to Hoffman. And right in front, time and room, and a little bit wide was Blake Piscatello on that attempt. Blake comes in with 3 goals and assists. He's just a freshman. Freshman twins out there for Lakeville North. Number 9 is Blake Piscatello. 4 is Carson. Now restart behind his own net. This is Leo Piscatello, the junior, as Lakeville North will work it around here on the near side. Beautiful afternoon, it turned out, after some thunderstorms in the West Metro area this morning. Turf looks good. Posting up, and a rip shot, and low is scored. Blake Piscatello notches his 4th of the season. Assist there from Leo Piscatello, so some brotherly love on the first goal of the game for Lakeville North. So 1 apiece here, 9:34 to go, back in the face-off X. It is Mott and Jakubik. And Jakubik with that long stick, able to scoop it up and get a win there. The long stick midi getting it done in the face-off. His pass is a little wide. It's going to roll out of bounds. And so not able to get that pass to click with blanks. So after a nice face-off win, a passing error from the skippers. And now back behind his own net. This is number 8, Gavin Hoffman. He's being checked there by John Van Bergen. Van Bergen had that great takeaway a couple nights ago, and he gets another one right here. And they'll look for John Van Bergen, the senior defenseman. He coughs it up, and another turnover. See what Lakeville can do with this. A couple ground balls here being fought for and won by Austin Winship. Winship comes in with 4 goals and 6 assists on the young season. He works behind his own net. Nicely guarded there by Kieran Holmes. A loose ground ball in front and being battled for. That's Miller, 26, causes another groundie, and this time scooped up, and it's going to be battled for. Schuster will go to the line, tries to knock it off the Lakeville player, and now the call will go to the Minnetonka. So some nice hustle there from Jack McNeil as well as Schuster to gain another possession for the Skippers. About 8 minutes gone, first quarter, and we're all tied up at 1 apiece. Behind his own net, this is Richard. And they'll go across, back out in front to Schuster, and they'll spin it around to the other side. That's Freed, number 16. Freed goes on a rush. He shoots a shot and a little bit wide, and saved by Hunter Flynn. Another ground ball as things getting sloppy in that defensive end. Nice check there from Fransdahl. He dumps Pfeiffer, but Skippers keep possession. Mott will keep it on the near side. So Skippers, another offensive possession here. Again, a little bit sloppy possessions. Ground balls have been important early on. Blanks with it now. He's got 8 goals and 3 assists on the season. And now on the near side, it's Schuster. Schuster working, gets an open angle, shoots and scores. He bounces that one home. 2 quick early goals for Ben Schuster. Goals number 8 and 9 on the season for the junior midfielder. And it's 2-1 Minnetonka. So wind picking up again here. Still moving mostly left to right on your screen. And Jakubik tries to get a clean win, almost does, and then Mott able to scoop it up. And now nicely knocked free by Jakubik. We do have a penalty flag coming out as there's a scrum here. All 6 players going after it and eventually controlled by Mott. And now the whistle. And we'll get a call. We got a holding call. So as we wait for the official call, looks like a 30-second technical hold violation on Jakubik. So a man advantage here for Lakeville North. They have a golden opportunity to draw things even here. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go, first quarter. Right out in front, and a score from Austin Winship, number 1. He came in with 4. He's got 5 now. Winship lights the lamp with 3. Let's check that, 6 minutes and 39 seconds to go. So it's been Winship and Blake Piscatello with the 2 goals early for Lakeville North, and a couple from Ben Schuster to pace the Skippers. It's 2 apiece, and it's going to be Jakubik and Mott doing battle again at the face-off X. Mott wins it back to himself, struggles, but does eventually get control. Jakubik tries to check it away to no avail, and Mott will go get a touch in the offensive end. His pass does not click with Gavin Hoffman and rolls harmlessly out of bounds. Minnetonka will take advantage of that turnover. And a really difficult pass there, but eventually brought in from Van Bergen. This is Reddington. Reddington on the far side. He gains midfield and now gets a touch in the attack zone. So Skippers are setting up shop now on the offensive end. Some nice defensive work there from number 6, Lucas King, and a couple whistles. And the Skippers will go ahead and call a timeout. So we'll take it with them. Be back with more boys varsity lacrosse in just a moment. So I mentioned at the top of the broadcast some sponsors. I've learned of a couple new ones as well. North Star Lacrosse, as well as Minnesota Inboard, are sponsoring today's game. And at halftime, the halftime contest will be sponsored by the Lakes Running Company. There'll be 3 volunteers. Closest throw will win a gift card to the Lakes Running Company. So they're going to try to throw the ball into a shoebox. So a 2-minute penalty, delayed penalty called for an illegal cross. Looks like that's going to go against Pepper. As we get ready to restart action here. And a 2-minute non-releasable, and a big opportunity here for Lakeville North. They work it around the outside, and now a ground ball is back underneath. Bad pass, and thank you very much, says Minnetonka, as they'll get a chance to burn off some of this penalty time. Van Bergen, and now Carroll with it. Carroll will trot out of his own net. And scooped up there by Langvin. And Carroll checked hard as a loose ball. And a nice check there from Sanders. Loses his stick, but Lakeville North able to regain possession. So unable to clear the zone. And a quick, beautiful pass from Winship. And he connects for a quick goal. Trying to get the number there. Looks like 9. That's Blake Piscatello, his second. So Winship to Piscatello. And the Panthers now with a 3-2 advantage. Still a minute 12 on that non-releasable penalty for the Skippers. Back in the face-off X, it's Mott going against Jakubik. Mott wins it cleanly to himself, and the Panthers are right back in business, putting the pressure on with this man advantage. There's a whistle here, and timeout called by Lakeville North. I'll take it with them. We'll be back with some more Varsity Lacrosse in just a moment. So as the teams trot back onto the field here, Einar Anderson Stadium, Skippers trail 3-2, and they're trying to kill off this 2-minute non-releasable penalty against junior midi Henry Pfeiffer. And right out of the gate, it's Winship connecting for his second goal, and it's 4-2 Panthers, taking full advantage of this 2-minute penalty. And a nice play drawn up by Tim Roach right out of that timeout. Executed to perfection by his attackers. And Lakeville North extends that lead to 2 goals. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And a whistle against Jakubik on that faceoff. So Lakeville will bring it in. This Panthers, again, in those all-black uniforms, they're working to the right side goal here towards Veterans Stadium and towards Minnetonka High School. This is Schmeling with it, 17, and his pass gets away from Francel, and a turnover here. 36 seconds remaining on this non-releasable penalty, and the Skippers will look to try to get it out of their own zone this time. Here comes Carroll trotting out of his own zone, out of his own goal. Sit over to Van Bergen. Van Bergen now working. Check that. This is Kieran Holmes, 22, and now finds McNeil. McNeil loses his cross, and everything goes to the turf, and a whistle and controlled there by Lakeville North. Now just 13 seconds left on the penalty. Lakeville North will set up shop here, again with this man advantage. This is Piscatello. His shot is saved nicely by Carroll. That was Leo Piscatello releasing. Carroll can't control it, and the Skippers back at full strength as that penalty expires. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Lakeville North in the alley. So as they get things reset here, 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Skippers trail by 2, and Lakeville North on the attack. This is Blake Piscatello. Joel Schlotteroff is out there now, number 26 on the near side, but with it on the far side is Blake Piscatello. Works behind his own net. Takes a nice check there from McNeil. And a beautiful pass that hit a lot of wood. And Leo Piscatello could not quite get that one past Carroll. Deflects all the way out of bounds. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Lakeville North with that 2-goal advantage, 4-2. The strengths of a couple goals from Winship and a couple goals from Blake Piscatello. As the sun has gone away and clouds have rolled back in, and the wind picks up, again moving mostly from right to left as a pass scooped up there, ground ball, and now behind his own net. This is Hoffman. Hoffman working against Luke Miller. Lakeville North in the all black and red helmets. And they time and room and a score from Blake Piscatello, his third, a hat trick in the first quarter for the freshman. Came into the game with 3 goals, already has 3 in the first quarter. So Lakeville North has come in here, put up 5 goals in the first 10 minutes of the opening quarter. Sean Carroll, the goalie for Minnetonka, comes in with a 65% save percentage and a nice face-off win from Jakubik, and the Skippers are back in business in the offensive end. This is Bodie Richard behind. It's the Force. Force can't get the handle. Richard will hustle for it, and the ball will remain right here with Minnetonka. This is Schuster working with it, and now back around to Jackson Blanks. Blanks again, 8 goals, 3 helpers. Blanks time and room, and a nice save there from Hunter Flynn. Flynn comes in with a 46% save percentage for the junior goalie, and a long pass. They're able to get past midfield, and now Lakeville North with a $1:50 to go in the first quarter, back in the attack zone. This is Francel. Francel, again, came in leading all players with shots on goal. He had 17, so not afraid to let it fly, is number 7 in the black. Down to a $1:20 to go. Skippers trail by 3, 5-2, and a shoot and a score. That is Leo Piscatello. It's a Piscatello party here at Einar Anderson. So the junior Leo Piscatello decides to join Blake in the scoring action, 6-2. And the Skippers, with a minute 17 to go, they'll send Jakubik back to the faceoff X against Mott. Mott wins it forward to himself. A nice clean win there in the faceoff from Griffin Mott. He's done his work. He'll trot off. And with a minute to go, Lakeville North back in action on the offensive end. This pass a little high, but tracked down by Francel. Here's Francel on the dodge. Goes behind the net as we tick down to about 45 seconds to go. Nice centering pass, but nicely picked up there by Reddington. Reddington on the gas on the left side. Reddington will go ahead in and get a touch. And the Skippers in business now, 35 seconds to go. Minnetonka holds on the far side and now gets back behind the net to Richard. Richard being defended there by Bernier. Richard goes out in front and shoots and scores. Great individual effort there from Bodie Richard, would not be denied. his 4th goal of the season, and Skippers draw it back within 3, 6-3, with 16 seconds to go. So nice individual effort there from Bodie. Took it all the way from behind his own net, wiggled himself free, and was able to beat Hunter Flynn over to the right side. 16 seconds, big face-off here. Again, Jakubik and Mott. And Jakubik wins it back and nicely scooped there by Jackson Blanks. Blanks will press the action. Blanks goes all the way in, bowling over people. Blanks, oh my God, behind the back. What a score by Blanks. There's some highlight film for you. Blanks with his 9th goal of the season, and none better than that one. Just 7 ticks left. All started with a nice face-off win from Jakubik and resulted in Blanks finishing his 1st goal of the day, and Skippers are back down to only 2 as the momentum has shifted here at Einar Anderson. About 3 ticks left, ground ball, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter of action. Skippers trail 6-4. We'll be back with the 2nd quarter in a moment. Welcome back. Peter Amstutz with you on YouTube, simulcast on the NFHS network. Glad to have you with us this afternoon for boys varsity high school lacrosse. We've got a good one so far, 6-4 after 1. If you like scoring, you got 10 goals in the 1st quarter. Skippers' goal tallies for their opening games have been 10, 8, and 11. They've already got 4 here. And Mott gets it back towards his own net, but nicely scooped up there by Sanders. Sanders look for Richards and is going to hold. Spin it back out over here to Pepper. And a nice face-off win for Jakubik. A good battle there. On the far side, this is Forst. Forst will hold, and now works against the long stick. Forst shoots and gets deflected, gets his own rebound. That one never got on goal, and a ground ball right here on the corner in front of the net is eventually controlled by Alexander Johnson. And Johnson checked nicely there from Richard. And a whistle, and it's going to stay right here. Great effort there from Bodie Richard. So Bodie doing it on both ends. A whistle. And now they're going to say that the Lakeville North called a timeout before that change in possession, much to the chagrin of the local fans here. And I don't say I blame them. So 11:18 to go in the 2nd quarter. Skippers trail 6-4, and we'll be back with more action after this timeout. So welcome back here to Einar Anderson Stadium. Lakeville North will bring it up. This is Hunter Flynn, the goalie, stepping out as they go to the far side. Flynn playing catch as they try to get it out of their own end, and a pass nearly intercepted results in a ground ball, fought for, and hustling for it here is McNeil, and McNeil will scoop it up, tries to thread a pass and does to Pepper. Pepper right in front to Richard, time and room, and he scores! Bodie Richard on the doorstep. And he pulls the Skippers back to within one. So good hustle results in a point-blank opportunity, and Bodie Richard made no doubt about it. Face-off and a whistle. They're going to award this one over to Lakeville North as Schuster dumped Max Mellon. And the restart. This is Franzel. Franzel on the far side. And now behind the net. Nice defense there from Holmes. And stepping out of bounds is Winship, and a turnover. Skippers with a chance to knot things up here. First, they've got to get it out of their own end. They'll work it back to Carroll. And now here to the near side, it's Holmes. Holmes hustles and able to gain the line. And now getting a touch will be Schuster. And now behind to Richard. Whistle. And an offside call goes against Minnetonka. And a nice check there from Blanks. He dumps Schmeling. A flag comes in as Jackson Blanks trucked Jared Smelling. See what the call is here against Blanks. .30-second technical push against Jackson Blanks. So a quick power play opportunity here for Lakeville North as they'll restart it in their own end. Referee needs a new lacrosse ball. He's got one. And it looks like it's going to be Winship over there on the far side. Check that, Franzel. And Franzel will get it in. So see what the Skippers can do to kill off this play. This is Piscatello's shot wide and rolls underneath, behind, and nice hustle there by Cole Langvin. And the Skippers will get possession. 4 seconds left on this Blanks penalty. And now the Skippers are back at even strength. Blanks will check right back into the contact. On the far side coming in. A shot hit the post. That was forced. And Lakeville North able to grab possession. So Skippers trailing 6-5, 8. Check that, 9 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Nice defensive effort here from Forst. Forces another ground ball. Battling for it is Peffer, and now controlled by Franzel. Franzel on the gas on the right side. Franzel coming all the way in. His pass wouldn't click with Winship. And slowing down the pace is Gavin Hoffman. Hoffman, number 8, senior, came into today's game with 2 goals. Goal scorers so far today for Lakeville North are Blake Piscatell with 2, Austin Winship with 2, and Leo Piscatello with 1. Behind his own net. This is Winship now, works against John Van Bergen. Van Bergen with a long stick, gives him a hack. And a nice pass out in front, that shot wide. That was Leo Piscatello on the feed from Austin Winship. Just couldn't find the net. Sun making another appearance, and that pass wouldn't quite click to Blake Piscatello. Blake able to hustle and get that ground ball. So Skipper's having a hard time ending this Panther possession. And that pass wouldn't click either, but Lane Johnson able to scoop it up for the Panthers, and they will retain possession here on the near side. Franzall holds on the near side and now being forced into action by Schuster. Back around to the X position. Piscatello looks for his brother out in front, and Carroll controls. Piscatello with words for this near side official after he was dumped by John Van Bergen. Long headline pass and can't be controlled. Eventually scooped up there by Mulcahy, and a bit of sloppy clear from Minnetonka. Not able to get their offense on. Long pass. That one also sails over the head of the Lakeville player, but eventually controlled by Schlotteroff. So with it, near the 35-yard line, holding is Duncan Franzall. 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Skippers trail 6-5. Schlotteroff on a dodge, peeled off nicely there by Sanders. Good defensive effort there by Colby. Lakeville patient on this possession on the far side. Again, Lakeville coached by Tim Roach. Came in today with a 2-1 record. And nice defensive effort there from Minnetonka, dislodging the ball from Lane Johnson. Johnson came into today's game with 4 goals. No such luck that time, as he was greeted by 3 Skippers defensemen. Sanders gets a pass up and a touch in the zone. And in transition, Minnetonka shot wide. Shot by number 18, not in my program. I had his name last week, and now I've lost it. I will effort to get that, but it was your shooter on that one, number 18 for the Skippers. Feel free to tweet me at Tonka Webcast if you know the name of number 18. Remington with it. Reddington, check that. And now a loose ball behind Richard in a battle with Murphy, and a whistle. Gonna stay right here with the Skippers. 5:14 to go. On the far side, this is forced, and he'll spin it back out front to Reddington. Reddington, the junior midi. And here's my friend number 18 with it on the near side. Isaac forced. Forced shot a little bit low, and it's going to stay right here. Bodie Richard doing the job behind the net in that X position. We'll keep possession here with Minnetonka. 4:47 to go. Skippers trail by 1. Looks like baseball is about to start over at Veterans Field. Chanhassen in town. A little bit of a delayed start there. Sure, Twingy will have his troops ready. Nice pass, should just score. That's Pepper from you. Logan Yu sets it up, the freshman. And Pepper makes them pay. Ties things up at 6 apiece. So Peffer from you, and we're all square. 4:37 to go. As again, the wind still gusting left to right, pretty good clip. Not seeming to have much effect on lacrosse playing.
And we're tied. Goal scored at 4:37 of the second, scored by Tonka's 10, Henry Peffer. Assist to 19, Logan Yu.
Coming right on in was Jackson Blanks. Now loose ball in front, a whistle, and a crease violation, I believe, called against Bodie Richard, as Hunter Flynn will try to clear the defensive end. Flynn now with it outside his goal. His pass would not click, and a ground ball opportunity for Minnetonka, and they say thank you very much. Scooping up is Ben Schuster. Schuster now accelerates into the attack zone, and then he peels off as they'll wait for reinforcements. And setting up shop will be Schuster, being defended there by Lance Murphy, number 12. Murphy, a senior. Here on the far side. So this forced shot is a bit high and will stay right here with Minnetonka. So Grant Annenson is number 18. I have now confirmed his identity. He's here on the near side. Nice run, shot wide a little bit from Ben Schuster. Three minutes, 28 seconds to go. We are all square at 6 apiece. And ball controlled out there by Reddington. Stephen Reddington, junior midi, on the run. Back behind, and Bodie can't control that one. An unforced turnover for Minnetonka. And the Panthers will see what they can get going on here. It's been a very nice defensive second quarter for Minnetonka. Not a lot happening. A nice deflection there from Bodie, and a ground ball right in front. Eventually picked up and checked clean. Turnover and a whistle. And Minnetonka will get the timeout this time. So two can play at that game. We'll be right back in a moment. Welcome back to Ian Anderson Stadium. Peter Amstutz with you on YouTube, simulcast also on the NFHS network. Great to have you with us here. Overcast, windy, early afternoon here in the western suburbs. Score reads Skippers 6, Lakeville North 6, with 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go. And it's Jackson Blanks with it. Blanks will peel off and take another run attempt here. Works it over to Schuster. Schuster, some nifty footwork there on the far side. Schuster wiggles free, shoots and scores as he's able to beat him low. So Flynn may have got a foot on it, but Schuster, not to be denied, he's got a hat trick. 3 goals for the junior midfielder. And a beautiful individual effort there from Schuster coming out of that timeout. And the Skippers are in the lead. 7-6, Minnetonka. Back in the X, Jakubik and Mott. And they battle for it there and eventually controlled by Colby Sanders. Sanders able to gain the timeline and now get in touch in the attack zone. And the Skippers are back in business. So much different story in the face-off X today than it was a couple nights ago for the Skippers. And my new friend Grant Anderson, the junior, check that, sophomore, number 18, and he plays it over to Forrest. Forrest with the spin, thought about a shot. Can't quite wiggle free. Nice defensive effort. Now he does. And nice save from Hunter Flynn. Flynn, Johnny on the spot with that save. And quickly the other way, here come the Panthers. This is Leo Piscatello. And now back behind and back out front. This is Francel. Francel again came in, 17 shots on goal. I don't know if he squeezed one off yet in the first 10 minutes here. Second quarter action. And nice defensive work there from Anderson. And here comes Francel. And popped free, nice defensive work there from Kieran Holmes, forcing that turnover, and Reddington now with it. Reddington accelerates in, goes right up front, his shot saved, and it's going to be turned right back over to Lakeville North.
We're inside the last minute of the first half.
40 seconds remaining, and Lakeville North will have one more push here to try to tie things up. And a beautiful defensive effort there from Landstrom. JD laying it all out on the line, preventing that shot. And now the Skippers back in business on their own end. Forrest will shoot. Nice save from Flynn. And back out in front, a hard check and a flag call. Another one. And with 6 seconds to go, I think they're just going to end this quarter, which will mean the second half, Skippers will be on a man advantage. We'll get those penalties sorted out for you. Remember, at halftime, Phil Richard going to come in here, talk a little lacrosse to you. And we'll be back with second half action in about 10 minutes here at Einar Anderson Stadium. Welcome back here. Peter Amstutz with you on YouTube and simulcast on the NFHS network. So you can see there the Minnetonka boys are ready to take the field here for the second half. This second half will begin with a penalty against the visitors from Lakeville. It's a 1-minute cross check on goalie number 10, Hunter Flynn. So Skippers will start off with a man advantage.
Thank you, Michael, for all you do for us. Just at the end of the half, Lakeville's goalie, number 10, Hunter Flynn, was assessed a 1-minute personal foul for cross-checking. And so he'll step off, but the rule, teammate Tyler Alvers steps on in his place.
So Alvers now between the pipes.
For 1 minute to start the third.
And we are underway with second half action. Skippers with that 1-goal lead, 7-6. Skippers in the all whites, working here on the left side of your screen. And holding behind his own net. This is Forrest. And Forrest being patient. Still 30 seconds left on this penalty. And a bad pass, going to roll all the way back down to the Lakeville end. Neither player could get that ground ball, but scooped up nicely there by Winship. So a man down, Lakeville North with it in their offensive end, looking for a shorthanded opportunity. Winship has it knocked free and collected there. A big check from Winship flattens Van Bergen, but the skipper is able to control, and now they'll get it out of their own zone. Penalty is expired and back to even strength are the Lakeville North Panthers. Behind his net, this is Richard. Richard, a nice first half, had a chance to chat with Phil, his father. Phil was so excited he decided not to come in here between periods. I don't blame him. On the run here, this is Blanks. Blanks goes all the way in, and his shot is deflected and eventually controlled back there by Schmeling. Schmeling breaks free of a check from Henry Pfeiffer and gaining the offensive end, and now a touch, rushes in. That pass wouldn't quite click Leo Piscatello, but back behind the net, Lakeville with it in control. This is Winship. Winship working against Van Bergen. And a nice attempt there. Carroll able to deflect it just enough. And Blake Piscatello was denied on the doorstep. And another low shot there, no good. Nice save there from Sean Carroll. He's standing tall here to start things off in the second half. Skippers again with that 1-goal lead. Nice check. Bringing down the Lakeville player was John Van Bergen, and the Skippers will look to clear as Carroll will trot it out of his own net and now goes to the far side. This is Charlie Mays. And now on the near side. Ground ball and scooped up by Lakeville on the gas the other way, and that pass wouldn't click, and it's going to go right back over to Minnetonka. I want to thank Chris doing our video work today on YouTube. Near side here, it's forced, and Skipper's back in business in the offensive end. A couple substitutions. As Anenson, number 18, will trot on as the Skippers get the players they want to. And now running in is Logan Yu. So this is a lineup we saw had some effective moments in that second quarter. Time and room there for Reddington, and a nice save from Tyler Alvers. Alvers in here for the second half. Again, Hunter Flynn started the game, and both these goalies have been splitting time. And ball rolled back to Franzel. 7 minutes to go. Third quarter, Skippers with that 1-goal lead. No scoring thus far in the second half. This run from Erickson. And Erickson with it again. Franzel will reset. See what he has in mind this time. Nice switch off defensively from Mays. Gets a deflection. And Lakeville North with Leo Piscatella. He's the oldest of the Piscatella boys out there. Gives it all the way in. Nicely deflected. And a save from Carroll. And eventually scooped up by his own net, Sean Carroll. Minnetonka does gain midfield. And it's Sanders over to the far side. Henry now behind the net. Bounce and not able to be controlled by Bodie Richard. So a little bit of sloppy passing there between the Skippers results in a turnover. And the Panthers will have a chance again to go for the equalizer. Nice long pass connection there. And working it in is Aiden Erickson. Erickson, a sophomore. Here in the near alley, Lakeville North will set up the offense. Lakeville North patient on this possession. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Still no scoring here in the third quarter. Skippers with that 1-goal advantage. This is Franzel. Franzel, you know he's got that itchy trigger finger, but he doesn't pull it. And a pass batted around out in front. And now scooped up nicely from McNeil. McNeil gains midfield. Jack McNeil sets up the Skippers in front of the net. Score from Isaac Forst. Forst, his first of the day. So nice transition offense. Got to give some credit to Jack McNeil getting that turnover, gaining the midfield, getting it into the attack zone, and sets up Forst, the senior attacker, for his 7th goal of the season, his first today.
First goal of our second half, scored at 5:02 of the third. Goal scored by 6, Isaac Forst. Assist to 1, Bodie Richard. Forst from Richard, 5:02 of the third.
Give that assist to number 1, Bodie Richard, on that Forst goal. Extends the Skippers' lead to 2, 8-6. Third quarter action, and 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go in this third quarter. Lakeville North on the attack. This is Winship behind his own goal. Being defended nicely there by John Van Bergen. And a whistle and a crease violation called against Blake Piscatello. Raises his hands in disbelief as he argues with this near side official. A little bit of a limp in his step there for number 9, Piscatello. Keep an eye on that. He's had a heck of a game. 3 goals already for the freshman. And now the skippers, Antonsen, and they're able to get it into the attack zone. This is Blanks. Blanks peels back off. Now behind the goal is Force. Force comes out in front, and a beautiful connection with Bodie Richard. Bodie's got the hat trick. Force on the assist. So Bodie came into today with 3 goals. He's tallied 3 more this afternoon, and the Skippers extend the lead to 3. Griffin Mott able to control the faceoff and gone to the turf. Nice defensive play from Jakubik, knocking that ball free, and a ground ball here on the near side. And here comes McNeil into the offensive end. Looks to go behind, the ball deflected, and will stay right here with the Skippers. Forst will restart it behind his own net, and he is in a hurry. Force comes, couldn't quite get it all the way around. Ball deflected, and nice hustle from number 12, Lance Murphy, results in a Lakeville North possession. So Murphy able to hustle back there, be the closest to the ball before it rolled out of bounds. And now walking out of his own goal is Tyler Alvers. Alvers patiently waits, and his pass doesn't quite click with Schmeling, and scooped up there nicely by Reddington. And another ground ball opportunity. And finally controlled by Francel. Francel will hustle down. In transition, the Panthers look to respond. Winship's shot is wide and sails out of bounds. Going to stay right here with the Panthers. Cole Langvin providing the defense here, but rushing right in front. Roll addles around. They're going to say no goal. Hit a bunch of posts, and I thought I saw some netting as well, and now a flag. And we'll see what this is all about. As the officials sort this out, confab there right in front of the Skipper's net. Sun has decided to maybe take another opportunity to peek out. The winds seem to have settled a little bit. Still a pretty good left to right breeze here. So Van Bergen, penalty call, 2 minutes cross check, non-releasable. So similar situation happened in the first half, a 2-minute non-releasable. Lakeville North was able to take advantage of that by scoring a handful of goals. And here's a shot and a score from Blake Piscatello. That's 4 for him. Too much time and room for the young freshman. And he makes the Skippers pay. Back to the face-off X. It'll be Griffin Mott, sophomore, and Mason Jakubik, the long stick midi. Number 29, Jakubik, He's had a nice day in the X. And works it free there and scoops it up himself. In transition, Jakubik goes behind the net. This is forced. So a man down here for an additional minute and 40 seconds. The Skippers will look to bide time in their own offensive end. Move the ball around and off to a nice start on this possession. Shorthanded attempt is blocked and deflected out in front. That was Blanks. Blanks still battling for it. And a 4 or 5 man scrum out in front. Still nobody can find the handle. Blanks still working for it. And finally, the Panthers take possession. That's Max Mellon. And a loose ground ball there. And still on the ground. A nice defensive effort from Miller trying to chop it free. And now Lakeville Northmore in control. This is Leo Piscatello, 23, as they'll start this man advantage. But a nice job killing off about 50 seconds of that time for Minnetonka. Trotting on is Lane Johnson, the freshman. Lane wears number 26 for the visitors from Lakeville North, and he's got it right now. On the far side, 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter of action. Piscatello thought about letting one fly and decided to rotate it back around. And that pass doesn't click. Nice defensive effort there from Langvin. So with 39 ticks to go, just 7 seconds left on the penalty. And the Skippers are back at even strength. 27 seconds to go, and they're getting it down to the attack zone. Nice catch there, going down to two knees, Bodie Richard. And time here, 17 seconds. Skippers looking to build on this 9-7 advantage. Richard now behind his own net, pops it back out in front on the far side, takes a jump shot, and is nicely saved by Tyler Ehlers. And that will do it for the third period. Skippers with a 9-7 advantage. 12 minutes remaining. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in a moment. Twelve minutes remaining. Skippers with the 2-goal advantage. Skippers in the all-white uniforms. It will be Jakubik and Griffin Mott. They've battled all afternoon.
Griffin Mott, Mason Jakubik will dig in here to start our final 12 minutes.
Mott comes in with a 56% face-off win percentage and is able to win that one cleanly to himself. And Jakubik causes the turnover. So not able to successfully win the faceoff, but causing a turnover, that's just as good for Jakubik. Long pass and nicely scooped up there by Blanks. As the Skippers now in the attack, they get a touch. And a flag. Gonna have a delayed penalty. That's gonna go against Lucas King, number 6, for his defensive exploits against Jackson Blanks. Bouncing behind the neck, this is forced. So we're about a minute into this final quarter of action. Skippers patiently with it. And now it is Richard. Richard being defended there by Lance Murphy. In no particular hurry, the Skippers pick a nice pass there. That was Blanks on the rush, and it's going to stay here, and that whistle will result in the enforcement of this delayed penalty. Penalty is going to be called again on Lucas King, so he's the long stick midi. He'll step off here for 1 minute. Personal foul. Slashing was the call, and now the Skippers in business, a man up. Probing in there was Schuster, and back around behind the net. Here's Blanks with time and room. He lets it rip. A nice save there from Alvers. And controlling it is Richard. Bodie Richard, nice hustle. And the Skipper's back in control. Centering pass back out in front. Blanks lets fire. And it's wide left. It's going to stay right here with Minnetonka. Skippers on this power play advantage. About 16 seconds remaining. Jump shot there from Schuster goes wide. Schuster, he's got 3 goals on the day, came in with 8. That's 11 on the season for the junior midfielder. Oh, tough pass, does not connect. Over and back is called. And the ball will be awarded to the Panthers. And some substitution as Francel. Now I would expect Francel to take a shot sometime here in the 4th quarter. He led all Panthers in shots on goal with 17 coming in here. Keep an eye on number 7 as the Panthers work it around. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go, final quarter. Skippers with that 2-goal lead. Nice defensive effort there from Van Bergen, forcing the turnover. So the hero from a couple nights ago, John Van Bergen, is at it again. Blanks now on the far side, gains the attack. Back to the X. It is forced. Minnetonka with that 2-goal lead, content to be patient. Holding is McNeil. And now Blanks looks to go on the attack. Tries a low shot. That was blocked right at the point of attack, and now a whistle and a hold being called on Lakeville North. Going to stay right here with Minnetonka. 8 minutes, 34 seconds left. And the restart will happen over on the far side of the field where the penalty occurred. Logan Yu. on the attack, the shot is saved nicely. That was Antonsen on the shot attempt, and a long pass up and clicks with Duncan Fransel. So Lakeville North will look to set up the offensive shop here, try to draw this within a 1-goal game. 9-7 is your score, fourth quarter action. This is Schlotterhoff, and he works against Antonsen. Schlotterhoff gets out in front. Carroll gets a piece of it and scoops it up. Nice save there from Sean Carroll. And that pass doesn't connect, and Lakeville North now in possession. And quickly back the other way. This is Winship. 7 minutes remaining. Lakeville North is back on the attack. Holding on the near side is Leo Piscatella. Leo does have a goal today. So checking back in, number 26, Lane Johnson. And on the far side, this is Aiden Erickson. Patient possession for Lakeville North as they look to draw this game to within 1. Offense has been hard to come by here in the second half for the visiting Panthers. And a deflection, ricocheted around. Not sure who they're going to give credit that to. I know Blake Piscatello initially put the shot on goal. I don't know if there was a deflection out in front. Hard to tell from my vantage point here, but either way, it ends up in the back of the net. Panthers draw this game to within 1 goal, 9-8. So the Panthers will take it any way they can get it. And Jakubik being implored to do his best on this faceoff. And a whistle, a kick being called against Minnetonka. The ball will be started over on the far right side. This is Schmeling. And so a chance to tie here with 6 minutes to go. Just a 1-goal advantage for Minnetonka. Blake Piscatello on the far side. He's got 4 of those 8 Panther goals. Oh, beautiful cut in there from Winship. Couldn't quite click on that pass, and nicely connected behind the net by John Van Bergen. So Van Bergen, a big afternoon on defense. And another nice play there. This is Holmes. Holmes. And now the Skippers do get that attack touch. And patiently with it is Bodie Richard, working against Smelling, the senior defenseman. Bodie will cradle. Looks to dodge. Looks for a cutting Peffer. His shot just wide. A nice passing play there. Just couldn't quite get that one on goal was Henry Peffer. He does have 1 today. Bodie with 3 goals on the afternoon. Tick down under to 5 minutes to go, and Skippers nursing that 1-goal advantage. A little bit of sloppy ball handling here from Lakeville, and going behind his own net. Richard will take advantage, a turnover. Comes Forrest. Forrest will dodge. He'll rip a shot, and it will stay right here. And the home crowd imploring the Skippers to pass it around, waste a little bit of time here. And a couple good scoring opportunities there. I don't blame the boys for wanting to extend this lead to 2. This is Pepper. Schuster now. Schuster will spin in front, takes a bounce shot, and it's going to stay right here. No harm done there, as both Peffer and Richard behind the goal there. So any missed shots are going to stay right here with Minnetonka if they roll out behind the net. Under 4 minutes to go now. Sun comes back out. This is Blanks. Blanks on the run. He'll let one fly. That hit the post. Schuster now with it. Thinking about a shot is forced. He gets all the way in. Time and room. His shot is wide, but it's going to stay again here with Minnetonka. Great strategy from the Skippers, having a couple guys there behind the goal. They're going to pretty much guarantee themselves that they'll keep possession on any missed shots that roll out behind the net. Schuster now working against Schmeling. Schuster double teamed, spins back the other way. He'll take a shot, and again, it'll stay right here. Schuster's shot went wide on the near side, bounced right in front of the goal. Clock stops at 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Skipper still with that 9-8 advantage. Final 3 minutes of action. This is Blanks. Blanks being double teamed on the near side. Schuster will let it fly. And I believe the goalie hit the net with his stick. It also rung off the post. That's unofficially the 8th post hit tonight, according to our public address announcer. Blanks will work one-on-one. He's got Shorty against Shorty. Blanks shot, scores! Jordan Blanks, too much to handle for Lane Johnson, able to beat Alvers low, and they extend the lead to 2. 2 goals on the afternoon for the junior midi, Jackson Blanks. That's 10 on the season. Blanks also enjoys playing hockey when he's not out here on the turf. Plays team lacrosse with Team Minnesota. And a whistle after that face-off. And a timeout, Minnetonka. I'll take it with them. Skippers lead, 10-8. 2 minutes, 44 seconds to go in this one. About ready to restart here. Final 2 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Skippers with that 2-goal advantage. And they will get the restart right around the 45-yard line. Annenson will do the honors. Grant is dumped, able to regain his footing and work it around the near side, and a nice check And a turnover. That was Lucas King, the long stick midi, and now he turns it right back over to Minnetonka on the attack again here. His blank shot is deflected, doesn't get on. He's able to scoop it back himself. Jackson blanks. As we work down under 2 minutes, he's forced off that ball from a nice check. And Grant Anderson now over to the near side. This is Pepper behind his own goal. And the Skippers, with that 2-goal advantage, content to burn clock. Blanks. And now a whistle. Timeout called by the Skippers. Yeah, final 2 minutes here. The Minnetonka will have to keep it in that attack box with that advantage. So a little bit different strategy and a timeout called. It's both offensive and defensive players meeting with their respective coaches here on the near sideline. Turned out to be a beautiful afternoon for lacrosse. No complaints, just a little bit windy. Sun decided to peek in and out. If you have the opportunity to be outside this afternoon, I would encourage it. And if you happen to be over here in the western suburbs, looks like we've got a good one going on over at Veterans. Skippers with a 1-0 advantage after 1 as we actually move to the bottom of the second inning against Chanhassen. Might have to check that out myself. Again, while you're watching us on YouTube, please click that subscribe button. We'll see if we can get up to 100 subscribers by the end of this webcast. And we'll set a new milestone the next time we're on the air. We'll take a peek at that upcoming schedule for Minnetonka as they reset here. After tonight, they'll go travel to Hopkins on Wednesday, April 27th, then back home here on Friday against Moorhead. And so now Minnetonka in these final 2 minutes being forced to keep the ball in that attack zone. This is forced. And Skippers doing their best to waste time, and doing so effectively is forced along with Schuster playing catch back there. Now 3-on-2 advantage behind the net. It's going to stay here with Minnetonka. So Friday, a week from yesterday, Moorhead will be in town. It's 1 minute, 18 seconds to go. Skippers with the 2-goal advantage as they look to drain out the final 70 or so ticks on the big clock. Scooped in front, couldn't quite click, as it would have been a pretty simple opportunity for Richard. And now a long pass up, Lakeville North back in the attack zone. So the Panthers looking to draw within 1. Shot and score from Gavin Hoffman. Number 8, Hoffman with the goal, and they draw the Panthers to within 1. Big face-off coming here between the Skippers, Jakubik, and the Panthers, Griffin Mott. It's been a pretty good battle so far, and none will be bigger than this one. Skippers won 2 nights ago by a single goal in overtime. They lead by a single goal here with under a minute to go. Mott and Jakubik. Jakubik and Mott both on the turf. A whistle, a holding call against Minnetonka, and the ball awarded to the Panthers. Panthers will have 45 seconds to tie this contest up and quickly in. It's Leo Piscatello. Piscatello on the near side. He waits for reinforcements. Piscatello being defended there by Jakubik. Piscatello forced behind his own goal. Centering pass, a spin up front, not able to get enough time and space on that. And the attempt on the pass over to Sanders doesn't click, and a whistle. Timeout call by Lakeville North. 25 seconds to go. Lakeville North will have an opportunity to tie this one. Here we go, reset. 25 ticks left on the big clock here on the end zone of Einer Anderson. Lakeville North will restart. This is Winship. Winship being defended there by Van Bergen. And can't quite click with the pass, and gathering it there is Francel, now behind the net. Cutter in front, shot wide, rolls out of bounds, and it's going to stay right here with the Panthers. 9.2 seconds to go. I want to say thank you to Chris King running our video today on YouTube. And we're back in business here. This is Leo Piscatello. Piscatello, force of nature, gets all the way in. Saved by Carroll, scooped up. 1 second, 2 second, he deflects it out, and this ball game is over. The final reads: Skippers 10, Panthers 9. Thanks again for joining us on YouTube. Peter Amstutz signing off. Have a great rest of your afternoon.